And we're back to HTML Canvas. Let me show you how you can randomize your drawings. We're still here with our setup from the last video, so we click and there are red circles generated at the position of our mouse. You can randomize that using math.random. I do it for the X position, go to somewhat off the center, and then I left click and you can see the Y value is kept, but the X value is not. It's all to the left because I'm somewhat in center of the canvas. It's 200, so the width is 400 and center would be around 200. Math.random goes from 0 to 1. If I make it 10, some of the generations won't be visible. They're outside of the canvas. But if you go to the center and make it around 2, things are good, and it's to the left and the right in a random fashion. You can obviously add the same to your Y value, but let me add it to our radius instead. We still have ×2. I can keep that, and now if I left click, our circle has randomized sizes. Let me finally show you how you can randomize the color. This is a little bit more, I don't want to say tricky, but you have to create a specific variable for it. Let me call it fill color. And now I define 3 new variables for RGB, so red, green and blue. And then I store them in our fill color variable. You just have to understand it for one color and everything else will be the same. We call it random red. We use math.floor to round the result down, then math.random times 256. For RGB value we'll use these number values, they go to 256, that's why we use it. Math.random creates a random number between 0 and 1. And then we'll have to round it. In this case I use math.floor to round it down, because our RGB values, they shouldn't have any digits after the comma. And we can use the same for green and blue. I'll just have to change the variable name. So random green, random blue. And finally, as I've said, we need to store it in our new variable that I've used for the fill style. I've called it fill color. I use the backticks and the $sign here inside of the RGB, which is supposed to have 3 numerical values for the colors, red, green, blue, and I've stored them in our random variables. So you can use this $sign, curly brackets, and add the variable name. This is one way to write it. And now if I have made typos, let me add a semicolon here, we should be good. I'll refresh it, I left click, and you can see the color is now randomized. I hope this video was helpful, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.